Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to start on the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Nago beat form. Now, it's been a while since I've been able to get more rider stuff done, but I'm trying my best. And yes, I know that I skipped Tycoon. He's my favorite. I'm saving him for something special. I will be doing him. But I did want to jump into Nago because Nago is actually the largest female rider that we've gotten so far, which is pretty crazy because we're using that new body sculpt, but it still has the removable body part setup, which is still kind of crazy. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Then we're going to jump into other stuff. So yeah, let's get to it. I want to start by saying yes is the largest one we've gotten so far, and it's still pretty crazy because I actually like how they did it. You can see those double joints there. We actually have all our normal movement. I feel like the neck sits a little too low, but I'm going to add a SHF upgrade neck peg to that. But we still have a lot of range and movement. It's just that because it's hindered by the collar, because it sits a little low, we can't get all the articulation that we want. Now, our shoulder pads are connected on the arms. So that means when you rotate all the way around, you won't have any issue with rotating, right? We can hit a... It's weird because her shoulder pads don't technically move out of the way. So we can't hit a full T-pose, which is a little restricted, and I'm not sure why it is that way, but it is. As far as our ab crunch, we can swivel side to side. We can go backwards just a little bit. Even if I pulled up a little bit, we can actually get a little bit of tuck in there, but it is not a full ab crunch. And that is because when you combine it with what we have going on down here, her legs, you can see that it actually does look a little better, the formation with the leg. We have thigh swivel here as well, and it has a clear tolerance so it doesn't get in the way of what's going on in her belt system, right? We can go outward. We have a double joint. Let's see about the generous ankle pivot. You know I love me some generous ankle pivot. That makes all the difference. And then we have a toe hinge here. So that means when you are doing stances, right, you actually are in a very good spot. We do have a beautiful bicep swivel here at the armband and a double joint. So as you can see here, you can actually get Nago-like poses, right? Especially because she's musical cat themed. So here, Nago poses actually look really solid. Even if you were to do like the outward kitty cat poses, right? This is without her primary weapon, and we're going to like tactical fantasy, right? Here we are. Looking really cool, actually. I like that Kamen Rider Catwoman, basically. I love the music motif. It's like Dance Dance Revolution. We have her beat form here. And you can still rotate it around for the revolve change. So you have a bunch of different options. We still have our gimmick. We have our placeholder items here. And then, like I previously stated earlier in the video, we still have the gimmick of popping and swapping off faces. So that means it doesn't necessarily have to be Nago, right? Oh, ooh, I hurt my thumb. That hurt. We can still pop off this piece here, kind of showing off that we can still use our swap gimmick, right? Let's see about the faceplate. And it doesn't seem like the plate can come out, but I'm going to try. Maybe it's glued in there. I'm also going to double check with my instructions to make sure I'm not a crazy person and I ruin things for myself, right? With that being said, I'm going to gently place this back on. And then what we're going to do is jump into accessories. So I'm actually going to leave her looking cool like this right here in our background as we talk about accessories. I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, let's talk about accessories. Now, if we're going to talk about beat form, let's talk about beat form's weapon, which is the guitar. The guitar, keytar, all that good jazz. Futuristic style guitar. It does have the plug piece if you want to stage it to maneuver on the side. Let's talk about that very quickly. It's in a very weird spot that I don't think that it's funny because I'm like, even if you place it here, like it would have to sit at a point where it like sits really, really oddly to the side. It's not impossible, but I don't think you would store it there. It'd definitely be like an in-hand weapon. But I like that they added the little tab for people. I think that wasn't like not a bad idea. Crazy, but definitely not a bad idea, right? And then next up we have a ton of hands. So let's talk about it. You'll actually get some semi-formed relaxed hands, right? Next up, you will get closed fists, which is important for when you want to punch opponents or look really cool or do the Arthur meme. We have opening hands here. Ooh, it's focusing on the wrong thing. Focus change. There we go. So we have these. Sorry. And then we have the actual item holding hands / guitar hands. And I dropped it and now I can't find it. There we go. So we have these bad boys. Let's get some more focus on those. And the reason why I want to focus on them is because technically these are semi-trigger hands. And these will allow you to hold other weapons should you want to. They do actually look pretty cool. But let's say when you want to hold the guitar, you actually can. So it can be held really nicely. You have the little buttons up here. Or you can button mash down here. It all depends. Rock out. But what's very important is I do not believe that this is removable, but I am going to show you that you can remove this top piece here. So I'm hoping they do lupine or extra head sculpts, but I'm pretty sure SHF Upgrade is also doing some extra sculpts. But I do want to see what it's like when you do an entry raise form Geats head on this body type. I want to see if it's compatible. And I don't think it is, which is crazy because it should be. But as you can see here, it does not work. So Nago has to actually just be Nago, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping she would be able to swap, even if we see, it's weird because they included all the gimmicks for her, but it doesn't actually come apart. So that's a little disappointing as she comes off to be the one non-gimmicked writer of the line so far. We all know the other ones won't get it like Gazer and them, but it's weird that she didn't get it. So I'm hoping they include a set for her or a part swap. Like even with the monster set coming out, I'm hoping it's one of those things. But we'll wait and see what happens. But I wanted to show it off. Still a little disappointed by that. It's kind of a bummer. With that being said though, let's get to the size comparison where we talk about how she looks next to other writers and other lines. So get to it. Now we're onward to the size comparison. First thing I'm going to do is compare with other figures in the Geats line. So here we do Tycoon, Geats, and Buffer. In no particular order, I'm just grabbing them in hand, but I said their names. So here we are with Tycoon and Geats. As you can see, she is smaller, like she is. But I feel like we still could have gotten some sort of gimmick out of it, even just like a faceplate, or at least included her with some option parts. I'm a little, I don't know. I'm feeling a little iffy about that one, because I feel like you did the gimmick for the guys. Why not include it for her? So, yeah, here we are with Buffer. So we're going to show her off next to Buffer. And I'm going to leave Buffer here as we compare it to some other lines so you can see just how much bigger she is next to previous female writers, right? So there we are with her and with Buffer. Here we are with Poppy Gamer from X-Aid. And as you can see, she is still taller than her. Actually more filled out too, like she has a completely redesigned body, as it's much larger in proportions than that of Poppy. And then we have, in regards to me, one of the best female writers there are, Kamen Rider Valkyrie, a personal favorite of mine. I was a big Valkyrie fan, and Valkyrie was tiny. But as you can see, Valkyrie does look pretty good next to her. Probably going to have those two team up. I can't wait for that. And one of the other best writers is Kamen Rider Jean. She's a little bit bigger, and I do like that, but her proportions are slimmer than that of Nago. But as you can see, she's still smaller. Next up, we're going to compare to a Lightning collection. So here we are with Phantom Ranger. I'm going to do a male and a female Ranger. So here we are with Phantom Ranger. And as you can see, they actually do look pretty good with both SHF and Lightning collection. And then we will do it with a female Lightning collection figure from the 5-pack. And actually, the female Lightning collection figure is a slight bit taller, right? But they do look good together. Next up, we'll do a Marvel Legends Black Widow. So you can see the comparison with a female domestic kit figure. So here we are with Black Widow being almost bigger than Buffer entirely. But these are 6-inch, not 1/12. And then next up, we'll do some other stuff. So here we go with, this one will be good. Here we are with a G.I. Joe classified nunchuck and a Mafex Spider-Man. I throw these guys in so you can see what other 6-inch lines are like. Here we are with the nunchuck. Here we are with Spooderman. Yeah, I said Spoodermans. Right? Spooderman does have a custom head from Spider Machine. And then we're going to do a much larger figure. So here we are with a Mythic Legions. This should show you just how much bigger 7-inch figures are. So here we are with a Mythic Legions. Yeah, but I gotta say, I do like the new body type. I like what they're doing. I'm actually very disappointed in them not including a gimmick with her, especially considering she was P Bandock. So you should have been able to engineer that in there. But still super happy we were able to get the main 4 very quickly out of this line. So in the meantime, I'm going to do some dope pictures to kind of do some run around and have some fun. So I hope you enjoy. So if you want to finish out your line, I hope you find this enjoyable and informational. If not, I totally understand if you want to skip on it. But I do hope it helped you. And that's the important part. In the meantime, guys, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys.